I'm Mike.
Hey, I'm Chris.
This is Mike and Chris Reloaded.
Hey, 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
Hey.
I think we deserve cookies.
We do. Someone bring us some cookies.
I want cookies. Lots of cookies. So we're supposed to do a top 5, but the person we want to get in on the show is having scheduling conflicts with us. So we're going to bring you news this week instead of the top 5 until we can get the scheduling conflicts worked out.
We will get it here eventually. Just bear with us here. If not, we'll still keep bringing you some up-to-date news as much as we get it anyway.
Yes.
We get it anyway.
Yes. And there's not a whole ton of a lot that's out there this week that I read about. I know Venom comes out in a couple days.
It does.
So that's pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just really sad that they still keeping it PG-13. That just really irritates me.
Well, I've heard a lot of things about this. Several different things. One, apparently there's about 30 to 40 minutes of the movie cut from the movie. That's
Really?
cut from the movie, yeah.
I wonder if it's going to do like the RoboCop thing where there's an X-rated RoboCop version, right?
I heard about it, yes.
Yeah, there's an X-rated RoboCop. And it's not because of nudity, it's because of violence and gore.
What are you talking about, the remake RoboCop or the original one?
The original RoboCop.
Wow. How could you not get more violent and gory than it was already?
I don't know, but it was only PG-13, I think.
It
was rated R.
That was back when the ratings weren't as monitored as they are now.
But apparently there was an X-rated version, so I wonder, or like what they're doing with Deadpool. Deadpool's releasing a PG-13 version in the theaters.
Why?
I don't know. Well, apparently so some of the kids can see the show or something. But yeah, they got a whole cut.
If you ask me, it takes away too much of it. It don't give you what you're looking for in the movie.
Yeah, and that's what my thing is with Venom. I really think that they're going to lose something here.
Well, and I think the reason why they're doing that is because they're going to introduce Spider-Man to it. We talked about this before.
Yeah,
they're wanting to introduce Spider-Man into it, so you can't really have an R-rated Spider-Man movie.
I know.
But I don't see why you don't do an R-rated Venom movie till you get Spider-Man in it, then do like PG-13.
Right.
But that's just me.
I guess, I don't know, this Venom's going to be based on an origin story, so...
Well, there's different Venoms. There's 3 different origins of Venom out there, so it just depends on which way you want to go.
Gotcha. I didn't know that. I'm not a big comic book reader. Everybody knows that.
I am.
I know you are.
Well, the 3 quick origins. One, it was a biosuit that was invented by Peter Parker and Eddie Brock's parent.
Okay.
Another origin, it was a moon rock that come back from J. Jonah Jameson's son that crash landed when he was out in space. He was an astronaut. And the third one was, which is the comic book version. It was, well, I'd say the comic version, the original comic version was the one where Peter Parker was getting the suit during Secret Wars. There was a limited edition series that happened when they were on a battle world Beyonder created. Took a bunch of villains, a bunch of superheroes, created a world, threw them all on there so they could fight with each other. And Peter Parker was on there as Spider-Man, obviously, and his suit got trashed. They had this big machine that made him a suit. Lo and behold, here we are, the Venom suit.
Huh. Interesting. So I don't know what way they're going to go in the movie, but I'm excited for it. I'm going to go see it probably this weekend.
The way I look at it, from what I'm seeing, it looks like it's the whole crash landing from the outer space thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So just the way some of the trailers I've seen. So.
Yeah, and there's been a few.
But yeah, it's I was reading a thing on it there. They cut 30 to 40 minutes of footage out of it. So
really,
apparently, according to Tom Hardy, this is some of the more favorite footage that he liked too. So
yeah, I did read that he was mad that they cut it. So
and this might have been some of the footage that made it R-rated. So
true.
Who knows? But Tom Hardy's biggest critique was his son. So he had a 10-year-old son critiqued him, and apparently his son was on the set with him and helping him film the movie.
Oh, really?
And kind of told him, hey, you need to do this. This is what he does. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty neat.
That is pretty neat, man. So Indiana Jones 5. Can't believe this is happening, but it's going on without George Lucas. No George Lucas for Indiana Jones 5. Not that any of us are going to go watch this in the theaters. I'm not.
After that travesty of the last one.
Yeah, I was duped once. Duped twice, I will not be. Why do they keep doing this, man? Star Wars, I understand. There's a bigger universe that they're trying to tell a story, but like Indiana Jones, they're just adding to it. They're just throwing one out there because they can. And Harrison Ford ain't getting no younger.
Well, they need to do it quick. Yeah, it's like you said, he's not getting any younger.
So that's just my thing.
You saw the biopic Queen coming out, Bohemian Rhapsody coming out.
Yes.
Next month.
Next month, yeah.
Apparently, that's a big thing nowadays. It's biopics. That's what they're doing. So.
Yeah, they're doing one of what's his name, Mr. Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
Can't think of his name now.
Tom Hanks. Fred Rogers.
Yeah, Fred Rogers. Yeah.
Tom Hanks is playing him.
Yeah.
In a biopic of him, but they're also doing a biopic of Elton John.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's called Rocket Man.
Okay.
And Taron Egerton actually playing Elton John, which is I really like Taron Egerton.
I don't know who
and
he
you
is.
Don't know who he is. You've seen Kingsman, Golden Circle, or Kingsman.
Yeah,
he plays Eggsy.
Oh, okay.
He was also in Eddie the Eagle. He's in the new Robin Hood movie coming out next month.
Right.
But which I thought was kind of funny because if you've seen the Kingsman, Golden Circle, the second one,
I haven't.
Elton John is actually in that movie. So.
Is he? That is funny.
But yeah, there's a new teaser trailer out for it, and there's some photos of him as Elton John. Looks pretty good.
I know the Bohemian Rhapsody one. That Fred, what is his name? Fred Malik.
Freddie. Oh, Rami Malek.
Rami Malek. Yeah. He looks pretty close to Freddie Mercury, man.
He does. He looks real good.
I'm telling you, that's going to be a good biopic. I think. I have a feeling.
Which is
now they're staying away from the whole dying of AIDS thing, from what I understand.
Yeah, this is just kind of him. It's a story of I believe it's the story of Queen itself, not just of Freddie Mercury. But I mean, he's obviously the main focus of it. But it's basically their rise, how they come about, and everything.
Right.
Else,
yeah, they're staying away from his death and everything. From what I understand, at least that's what I read a couple months ago.
Yeah, from what I heard, they were going to try and do Queen justice, or which I mean, there's nothing wrong. I mean, he died the way he died. That's his lifestyle was his lifestyle. That's just the way he lived it.
And he was just born in the wrong generation. If he was born today, he'd still be alive.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah,
because nobody dies of AIDS anymore.
But it's funny because I talk about the Elton John biopic, and I give you a little 6 degrees of separation there. Obviously, I told you Taron Egerton plays Elton John.
Yeah.
Elton John was in Kingsman Golden Circle. And also Taron Egerton, I don't know if you've ever seen that movie Sing. It's an animated type movie. It's got about all the animals, and the guy has the theater.
Oh, okay. Yep, I have seen that.
Matthew McConaughey plays the main little koala guy who owns the theater, and he's doing the event, whatever. Well, there's a gorilla in there. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember the name of the gorilla, but he's voiced by Taron Egerton. And his song he sings for the talent show is "I'm Still Standing" by Elton John.
No, that's funny.
And that's actually really him singing too.
Was that 6 degrees of separation?
It is. So, just another little, I guess, full circle of things.
So go ahead.
I'll just say one more biopic they're making. They're making a George Carlin biopic.
I love George Carlin. He is my favorite by far comedian in history, and his bit on Stuff is like the funniest bit I've ever heard of any comedian.
I loved it when he talked about literal sets of things.
Oh yeah.
People was like, "You can now get on the plane." He's like, "F you, I'm getting in the plane."
he was edgy. He was political. He was everything that this generation of people hate.
Yep, and no one hated him though.
And he was famous. Nobody hated him. He had his own. He was on the Red Shelton show all the time, right? Is that what that was called? Red Skelton. Yeah, Red Skelton. He played the news reporter on the Red Skelton show. Yeah.
But they have no one announced as far as playing him yet. But the director of the movie Moneyball is directing the film.
Oh, that was a pretty good movie.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting. Now, staying on movies, Sesame Street is getting another movie. Isn't that exciting?
Can't you tell my voice?
Not really. You know You know who owns Sesame Street now? You know where Sesame Street is? It's on
Mm-hmm.
HBO.
Really?
Yeah. PBS sold Sesame Street to HBO to keep themselves afloat.
Nice.
Yeah, so now HBO is making a Sesame Street movie, so it'll be interesting. Will it be Game of Thrones esque?
Who knows?
Like the Happy Time Murders?
Yeah. You know, they just come out saying that Bert and Ernie were actually gay.
Yeah, and then the Jim Henson's family said no, they're not.
Yeah, that's the big thing. That said, they're saying that
I know.
not Jim Henson, but the people who did Sesame Street or whatever, saying, "Oh yeah, Bert and Ernie are gay." I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah, they're saying the creator of it is saying no. The creator's family, anyways, they're saying no, they weren't. No, they weren't.
I don't think they meant them to be, but who knows?
I mean, they could be. Neither one of them ever have girlfriends, and they're always together.
That is true.
So, Rocksteady is producing a new Harry Potter game, sticking on themes I really don't care about. But
I actually saw that. Yeah.
Harry Potter's pretty popular franchise. I watched them. I like the Harry Potter movies. They're not that bad. I liked Fantastic Beasts way better.
Everyone said the books are way better. I've never read the books, but
I tried. I got them. I started reading them. I got one page in.
What?
Yeah. I started reading them like 6 months ago. I got a page in.
Oh, there you go.
So people say I don't read.
Another 30 years, you'll have one volume complete.
That's right. That's what I'm thinking. Invest in my time wisely.
I
can't help myself, Chris.
Yeah, really. Of course, speaking of games, there's a lot of games releasing this week, too.
There are.
Forza Horizon 4 for all you racing fans.
Which is going to be on Xbox Game Pass.
And it comes out today.
Yep, and it's going to be immediately released on Xbox Game Pass.
Any of those who have the Game Pass, like Mike and myself, who subscribed when it was on a good deal, buy 3 months, get 3 months free.
Yep.
Also, Assassin's Creed Odyssey comes out this Friday.
Yep.
Apparently, it's pretty. Everyone thinks it's really fantastic. So the only downfall is the epic battles on it. They said they're way too long, considering the storyline is one of the biggest storylines they've had to date.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that, I guess
it visually looks
longer.
It visually looks great, and
Yeah.
I like the whole Sparta storyline, so it'll be interesting to play. I just don't know how they're going to do the fade in and out of real life to ancient life. I don't know how they're going to do that story again.
It's hard to say.
Because didn't they just resolve that story? Wasn't that arc just resolved?
I'm not sure. I haven't played Assassin's Creed since like 2.
Oh, okay.
Mega Man 11 will be out for all consoles this week.
Sweet.
And this is something you might be interested in, Mike. Super Mario Party coming out for the Switch.
Yeah. I gotta get freaking $4 $60 controllers though, so I can play it.
Hey, it's better than buying 2 consoles.
Yeah, it is. At least I figured out how to play multiplayer on it. But come on, $60 for a controller for a Switch for a Nintendo. So I'm just saying that's a little bit much.
It is quite a bit.
A little bit pricey for a Nintendo product, considering the console was only like what $2.99.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I paid $4 something for my Xbox, and they have $60 controllers.
You spent $240 on controllers.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of Xbox, I don't know. Did we touch? We were talking about the Xbox Game Pass. Did we touch on the subscriptions last week? Do you remember?
Nope.
The new their new policy here.
We did not.
Okay. Well, apparently, for $25 a month, you can get Xbox Live, Xbox Game Pass, and a Xbox One S for $25 a month, and you have to sign a 2-year contract to do that.
Nice.
The other option is you can get a Xbox Live, Xbox Game Pass, and an Xbox One X for $35 a month.
Hey.
2-year contract. So if you figure it out,
after 2 years, you get to keep the Xbox One.
Yes, after 2 years, you get to keep the Xbox Ones. So it's actually a pretty good deal. If they keep that up for the next console that they come out with, I might $25, $35 a month. I might jump on that.
I mean, you're going to spend like $890 on it or whatever.
Well, you think about it though. You pay Xbox Live is $9.99 a month, and Xbox Game Pass is $9.99 a month. That's $20 a month right there.
Unless you buy it for the year.
Unless you buy it for the year. But I'm just saying,
you're
on a
paying-
monthly subscription, that's $20. So you're paying an extra $5 a month to get an Xbox One S.
That is true.
So for 2
Or
years,
you're paying an extra $15 a month?
yeah, an extra $15 a month.
To get the Xbox One X.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty. I thought it was a pretty good deal.
It's
You
not
know,
bad.
if you don't have the $600 or $500 when the new console comes out,
But I'm sure it's
out,
subject to credit approval and rates may apply.
I'm sure. I don't know what the credit rating is. Has to be on that.
Who knows?
But it's a pretty good deal. And keep it on games. Red Dead 2 gameplay trailer came out.
Yes, which looks just as amazing as the teaser.
Yeah, it looks pretty dang good. My daughter's playing through the original one on PlayStation Now.
I got so far on the original one, and then something happened where I couldn't finish it.
And I was right, by the way. I don't know if you remember us talking about this, but I said at the end of Red Dead Redemption, you get farming missions.
Okay.
Yeah, once you complete it, you take over. I forget the character's name in it, but you take over the main character, and he's like a farmer now.
James Marston.
Yeah, and you got to farm. That's how the game ends. Is you're a farmer. So I don't know how they're gonna end the next one. And then zombies come, and then I don't know what else.
Yeah.
I never played the zombie
It's
expansion.
actually pretty good. It's hard, but it's good.
Is it?
Yeah, because you got to go liberate towns.
Oh, really?
And then once you liberate a town, you go to the next town or whatever to do it. But then, like, the other town could be attacked, so you have to go back to the original town. And,
Huh.
so, yeah,
Sounds interesting.
kind of pain in the butt.
Sounds cool, though. But I just never gave it a try. So. Excuse me.
If people who are fans of Sons of Anarchy,
Yeah, the new
Mayans
got renewed.
they got renewed for a second season.
That's pretty cool. I never watched it for the Sons of Anarchy.
I have never either, but everyone says it's great. My Trent's watched it.
Yeah, I might have to binge watch it here once I get a chance.
I've never. I mean, apparently according to this, the Mayans are supposed to be a prequel to it, from what I hear.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, I don't know.
Now, my biggest news, I'm saving the best for towards the end here, man, for me. This is the bestest, greatest news. Fallout 76 beta has a release date of October 23rd.
Oh, if you pre-ordered the game.
If you pre-ordered the game,
Yep.
which I have done.
I have not.
You have not.
No.
Better pre-order the game. It's only $5 to get the beta.
I don't know if I want to do it. Get the game or not, though.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to.
It looks cool.
Where'd you pre-order the game at?
Huh? GameStop.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to see.
I dropped $5 on it just so I could play the beta. I'm gonna get it through GameFly because anybody knows me. I use GameFly. Just paid $5 to use the beta, but it's not really paying $5 to use the beta because GameStop lets you take that $5 and spend it on anything you want.
That's true.
So I don't lose the money.
So I was reading this article today, and you know who Ruby Rose? We talked about her before.
Yeah.
She's playing the Batgirl.
Right.
The lesbian version of Batgirl, I guess.
Yes.
Which everyone was in a roar about because she's not a lesbian.
Right.
So, apparently, Ruby Rose, they did a study, McAfee did a study, and Ruby Rose has deemed the most dangerous celebrity online.
Why?
Apparently, she contains the most viruses and malware from websites that people use to look up her.
Nice.
So,
That's interesting tidbit of information.
if you're ever thinking about looking up Ruby Rose, there you go.
Think twice.
Exactly.
Your computer will be shut down. FBI will be knocking on your door.
Really.
What is this kitty porn I see?
I was looking up Ruby Rose.
It was Ruby Rose, honestly, please. No. Yeah, that would be bad.
Did you see the thing about Netflix?
What part?
Apparently, Netflix signed a deal with Telltale.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I did not see that.
Yeah, they signed a deal with Telltale. Telltale will come on, and they're going to help them produce a TV show, an interactive TV show on Netflix. It's basically going to be a choose-your-own-adventure show. So you at home can actually pick and choose.
That sounds cool, but...
And they're starting with Black Mirror.
I did see something about that, but my question is, how are they doing that? Because Telltale just closed their studios last week. They went out of business.
That's a good question. They did not go out of business. They're still finishing up some projects they're working on. They just let go of a bunch of people and they got a skeleton crew.
They recalled their Walking Dead final season. So, and they scrapped a bunch of projects. So I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
interesting.
Netflix will bail them out. Maybe Netflix will go and purchase Telltale so they can do the.
That'd be interesting. I'd be looking into it for sure.
But yeah, I know they're starting with that show Black Mirror, which is like a British version of
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Apparently, that's going to be one of the first interactive ones they come out with.
Interesting. That'd be creepy as hell.
Yeah, that'd be different. I haven't seen any Black Mirror. Everyone tells me to watch it. It's really good.
Really, it's pretty good. My favorite foreign shows are Black Mirror and The Rain. I love those two shows.
The Ring?
The Rain.
Oh, The Rain. Oh, that's the one about the rain that makes you
sick and die.
Yeah,
you have to stay out of the rain. Yeah. I think that's like a Scandinavian or a Denmark show or something. It's interesting because it's voiceovered.
Oh, nice.
Because they don't speak English, but it's voiceovered. But you can tell the voices are off, but you don't really notice that it's. If you're not watching for it, you don't notice that it's a voiceover. They did a really good job for it, porting it over for the United States.
Oh, that'd be interesting. I might check that out.
Yeah, it's really good, dude.
I've only got one other final thing. This is, it's not like entertainment. It's kind of geeky stuff, tech stuff, I guess.
I like geeky stuff.
Yeah. Apparently, scientists have discovered a possible planet X.
Again?
This one is about 2.5 times farther away from Pluto than from us, than when Pluto is to us. The way they measure
that's actually close.
The way they measure distance from the sun is they call astronomical units.
Okay.
That's how they measure distance from planets from the sun.
Right.
Right now, Pluto is 34 astronomical units from the sun. And this new planet X, supposedly discovered, is 80 astronomical units from the sun.
That's actually
about
pretty
2.5
close.
times farther. So but it's still in our solar system.
Right, that's like the closest planet X that they've seen.
The official name of the planet is 2015 TG387. So
that'll get changed.
Yes. But they said the planet, supposedly, according to initial scans, is about. They said, if I recall, they said it was about 1.5 times the size larger than Earth.
Wow.
So
nice. Maybe future for our species. After all, another planet to destroy.
Well, it's only 7 billion miles away from us. So.
Well, Japan just landed a rover on an asteroid.
They did.
And they've been broadcasting from like 125 million miles away.
Of course, this rover ain't but the size of a Roomba.
Right. Yeah, I know.
It's tiny. So.
But it's still broadcasting from 125 million miles away, and we still don't have good Wi-Fi in places. Can you imagine? You really think about that for a second. You have crap internet.
Oh, I do.
And yet they can have internet 125 million miles away. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Something's going on here.
Yeah, I did read that article too. It's pretty neat how they do it because it's run off complete solar.
Yep.
And because the way the asteroid is facing, it's hitting the sun constantly, so it's constantly being recharged. And then the probe will jump. It can't roll because of the terrain, so it makes like jumps.
Right.
And every time it jumps, it takes a sample, jumps. And I guess they have two or three other probes out there. They're hoping to land on it to get actual samples and bring it back.
Yeah, because that's according to the United States scientists, that's the future of precious metals. Is they're going to be mining asteroids in our near future, which scares me on what that means to their trajectory and stuff. Because just saying.
Why do they worry about precious people here?
Yeah, I know. But that's all. I don't got no more today.
That's all I got.
A little bit short show, but we still made 25 minutes. We did pretty good.
Yeah.
So remember, don't get loaded.
Get reloaded.